Yes, it's Thursday. It's another thankful Thursday. Health, strength, and your ability to create wealth. What are you thankful for? Yeah, what are you thankful for? This Thursday, I'm thankful for completion. To finish, to conclude, to bring to the end. A lot of times in life, we start things, and for a lot of us, we have probably some ongoing projects right now in our house that we haven't finished. Think about it. What's on your to-do list that you started in the summer of last year that you still haven't completed, or you started doing in Christmas but you haven't completed? How many of us started off January 1 with all of these resolutions and stuff that we're going to start to do? Maybe we're going to read a book 15 minutes a day. You're going to start a new workout program. You're going to watch what you're going to eat, nutrition. You're going to look at your finances. Spend more time in your relationship with your loved one. All of these things you sought out to do. The question is, have you completed them? Are you on the way to that journey? What about that 6-week workout program that you said that you were going to complete? Multiple times in the year you start stuff, but you haven't completed them. Why I'm thankful for completion is because when you start to complete stuff, you start to actually accumulate some habits, and you start to create some things like discipline, like focus. You start to create your work ethic. All of these things you start to garner on the way to completing a task. And why that's so important is because as you start to create those habits, you start to realize these habits trickle into every area of your life. Do you know anybody that starts a project but haven't completed? How many of your friends started weight loss programs and then every 3 weeks they're on something new? Or are you that friend? Many times we have to look at just completing the task. Simple as that. As simple as saying, we're going to create a rule where dishes doesn't sleep in the house overnight, or the garbage goes out every night. All these things are completion. You're going to complete these tasks at the end of the day. So you have these various different small wins that you can be proud of. When we look at completion and we look at completing things, it actually sets an example not only for ourselves, but things around us. They can actually take our word for something. When we say that we're going to do something, we actually, and they know that they have the confidence in us that we're going to complete the task. Completion is so important is because sometimes there are some projects that takes longer than others. Sometimes you may have a 6-week project or a 3-month project. Sometimes you may have a 3-year project. But along the way, along the journey, there's various different smaller projects that you need to complete to make sure that the bigger goal is completed. Any of us who are in business and entrepreneurs will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's making sure that when you get your inventory, it's inventoried properly, it's tagged, it's packaged, and it's ready to be up for sale as quick as possible. I like to call it from accumulation to execution, as quickest in the quickest, shortest way, so you can gain profits. Meaning, how quick can you get the product so that you can inventory it, and then we can execute and get it out to the public for sale. It's the exact same thing with your ideas. It's the exact same thing with your thoughts. When you realize there's something around the house that needs to be fixed, how long does it take you to actually figure out how am I going to do it, what strategies I'm going to put in place, and how I'm going to execute it? Why does it take you 3 weeks to straighten out your closet? Why does it take you a whole month just to figure out how you're going to change the seasonings inside your house? Get out of that habit and get into a habit of completion. When you start something, get the idea that I'm going to complete it. That's the goal. And the most important thing is along the way that you're going to realize that those habits that you're going to pick up. Sometimes you're not going to get the results at the end of the project, and that's totally fine. But sometimes it's along the journeys, those habits that you pick up, that you're going to be proud for in the next project, because not all the time it's a loss. Sometimes it's a learning lesson that you're on the way to completion. Look at businesses around you who've been in business for 20 years. Some who've been in business for 12 years. Some of them who've been in business for 40 years. How do you think they got where they are? Because they learned how to complete tasks, and by completing tasks, it allowed them to stay open one more month, one more week, one more year, one more decade. Be able to complete the things that you have in front of you, and you would realize how powerful being able to complete things. Motivation will get you going. Habits will keep you going and will get you to the point of completion. Yes, it's another thankful Thursday. Health, strength, and your ability to create wealth. Go out there and to complete the task that you start.